Summer rain has come to Tuscaloosa, and it is raining 5 stars. If you're going outside, you better bring your umbrella because the Tide landed another, just moments ago, 5-star wide receiver Cedarian Morgan jumps in the boat. Let's talk with Andrew Bone of Bama Online. Andrew, Cedarian Morgan's a big one. How were the Tide able to win this recruitment?
Well, I think it was a recruitment that started over a year ago. He was offered on May the 31st, 2024. And, we saw this last year. Alabama got it, and the new coaching staff arrived in January. They had to recruit these guys for, 5-6 months to try to land them. This year's class, they've been recruiting them for over a year now. With Cedarian Morgan, this is a guy that grew up in the state of Alabama. Huge Alabama fan, big Alabama family, has been to Tuscaloosa so many times throughout the last year. Not only just himself, but he's brought 7 or 8 family members on just about every single trip with him. But it was close. There was a lot of schools that were involved that really wanted his commitment. But this is a major in-state win for Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb, Jamarcus Shepard, and the entire Alabama coaching staff.
Fourth 5-star commitment of the cycle. I think it was the third 5-star commitment in the past 7 days, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Alabama's on an absolute heater right now as far as 5-star commitments, but 10 commitments overall over the last 10 days, and it doesn't seem like they're finished this week.
Yeah, Alabama fans got to be going crazy right now on Bama Online and also on here. If you Bama fans, it's an exciting time. Hit subscribe to the Rivals recruiting channel because we're not finished talking Bama recruiting. We're going to be doing this all summer long. All right, speaking of Bama recruiting, could there be a 5th 5-star coming to this class in less than a week?
Well, we've at least predicted one. So Gyra Edwards, 5-star safety out of Baltimore, is going to be announcing his decision on Saturday. He has not taken any other visits since his trip to Alabama on June the 6th weekend. He's narrowed it down to Alabama, Auburn, and Georgia, but canceled all of his remaining visits, including Oregon and Texas A&M, following that trip to Tuscaloosa earlier last month. So I think Alabama's in a pretty good spot with Gyra right now, and I think that as on Saturday, he'll be the 5th 5-star commitment in Alabama's class.
These commitments just keep rolling in. I haven't even had a chance to catch my breath yet. What would you say right now is the biggest remaining need still left to fill for Bama? Inside Scoop listeners, I got to tell you about a company that makes this show possible. It's Rhoback Activewear. The only way to describe Rhoback is best fit, best feel. And for those who are not familiar with Rhoback, they are completely changing the game with their incredibly comfortable activewear. Rhoback has released so many items within their new licensed game day collection, and it's our favorite. With novel polo designs, clean hoodie, and quarter zip designs from some of your favorite schools, it's definitely worth checking out. Nobody else in the market is pairing these level of custom designs with this quality of activewear. Rhoback's everyday shorts or their Delta Performance pants are the perfect pairing as well. They are both super comfortable. They have an elastic waistband and a great fabric that is made to have the appearance of a nice short look, but the comfort for everyday movement. Rhoback also has been proudly leading the NIL charge, having signed partnerships with multiple college football stars, past and present, and are becoming the go-to brand for college athletes across the country. So use code JOSH on Rhoback.com for a generous 20% off all new custom orders through the end of this week. Let's spell it out for you. RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all performance polos, shorts, and more with promo code JOSH.
I think if they can get Gyra Edwards on Saturday, that's obviously going to be a huge need at safety to pair up with Rael Kelly out of Cincinnati. But remaining needs, I would look at offensive tackle. They have 2 offensive lineman commitments right now. So if they can add one more tackle in the class, they would feel very good about that. But as far as remaining needs, probably the number one position still defensive line. They have a great defensive line class, but I think if they could add 1 or 2 more guys, they have Tank Jones, number 1 player in the state of Alabama, and number 2, depending on what rankings you look at. But Tank Jones is certainly a big target for Alabama. Still is yet to announce when he's going to make that decision. Elijah Golden, 4-star defensive lineman, is going to announce a little bit later this month, another player that Alabama has recruited for a while. And we're going to be watching Nolan Wilson pretty closely on Thursday as he announces his college commitment Alabama, Miami seem like the two schools that are really fighting hard at the end for Nolan Wilson, but Alabama's been there from the get-go, the very first offer for Nolan Wilson. So we'll see, if that has an impact in his recruitment here on Thursday.
Yeah, we are just witnessing an incredible run right now. It's fun to watch, quite honestly. Alabama fans, chime in, talk to Andrew Bone and I. Who do you think is the most important target left on the board? There's some big ones. Let us know. Comment section below.